my name is Pauline. Welcome to my channel. Happy October! Happy October, everyone. It's actually very well into October, about 2 weeks actually. So, in correlation to the season's spooky festivities, I've decided to play a game I've been wanting to play for quite a while now, and that's Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I'm kind of going into it blind. Well, not blind per se, but I know a few things about it. I know that it's a visual novel game, a psychological horror visual novel game to be exact. I also know that it came out a few years ago, so some of you may know it. Many people may know of it. And I feel like I should also put in some trigger warnings because it does have sensitive topics. The details of the topics, I'm not sure. I don't know. I have a sort of assumption that it's bullying, which is why I feel like I should put a trigger warning. But I don't know. I don't know too much about it. I don't know what to expect. And I'm really excited to get into it. So I will include the appropriate trigger warnings as I edit. Without wasting any more time, let's just see what Doki Doki Literature Club is all about. Oh my god, I'm kind of scared. I'm scared, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it has in store for me. Whoa. What was that? Log in? Log into what? What? Wait a minute. I'm so confused. I might have just opened the wrong... No, I didn't. I thought I opened the wrong file, but it looks like I didn't. I want to play the game. Here we go. It's so cute. Okay. Wait, it's very loud. So I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Okay, that's better. I can actually hear myself speak now, so. Alright. This is Doki Doki Literature Club. Let's start a new game. Let's start a new game. Okay. We're in the neighborhood. A neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor.
Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. What? say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Yeah, we kind of did say that in a very mean way. That's me. That's mean. That is mean, Popo. Sorry. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Wait, are we supposed to be a dude? Am I supposed to be raising her up? I don't know. I'll try. I'll try my best. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Oh my god, there's something flying around here. Whatever you say, Sayori. No, it's more like. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Popo, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? A club? I told you already, I'm not what is flying? It's ruining the vibes. It's like totally intruding right now, and I don't appreciate it. Hey, eh? That's not true. You told me you would join in a club this year. So yeah, Sayori is our childhood friend. That means that we're in our neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. Okay. Sayori's our neighbor. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. What? No. That's so not cool. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I can relate to that a little bit. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a neat? A neat. Neet, neat. In a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the frick is a neat? I don't know what a neat is. I would look it up, but I'm using my phone to record, so I guess we just won't know. Hi, it's editing Pauline. Actually, no. I don't know why I said that. We can know what a neat means. You know why? Because editing exists. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why, but I tend to forget that I edit while I'm recording. Every other time I'm fine, but the moment that the camera turns on, it's like gone, out of mind instantly. So, with that being said, I'm so sorry. Here's the definition of a neat. You probably Googled it already. I know, but just in case, I got you. Here it is. You trust me, right? Don't make. All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. All right, we've arrived at school now. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before. Wait. I want to give these characters voices because there's going to be a lot of characters in order to distinguish between each individual character. I'm going to use a separate voice, and I will figure out who gets what voice along the way. I may not be consistent, but please bear with me. I am trying my best. I am not a voice artiste, a voice actor. No, I am good at impressions or accents. So bear with me. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I even know it. Oh, wait, I need to give myself a voice, a deep voice. uh. I am man. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Yeah, it's very manly. Clubs! Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Honestly, I like Sayori. She's inviting us to clubs. She's very friendly. Sayori invites us to things. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. That's so mean. Why not? Why am I making these decisions? Can I decide? Do I get a say? Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And not to make cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! All right, Sayori managed to kind of force us, convince us into going to the literature club. So now this is the entrance, I guess, to the literature club. This is the literature club hallway, and this must be the literature club door. Continuing, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. The music went silent. I just noticed that. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Popo. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. We're flustered by beautiful women in the room. We're like, stunned. The man is too stunned to speak. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. God. Oh, he's laying it on a little bit thick, isn't he? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, she whispered it, so you can just ignore her. You can just ignore her when you... You can just ignore her. when she says that. But, whatever. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Then Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Popo. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me was so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. We're so lame! Why is our character so lame? Come sit down, Popo. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged. I'm so sorry if the reading in this is not great, to say the least, because I'm not used to talking a lot for very long. I'm pretty sure that my throat is about to give out at any moment now, but the show must go on. Let's continue. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Okay, one space next to Monica, one space next to Sayori. So who are we gonna sit next to? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Why am I speaking like this today? The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I don't know how to voice Monica. I feel like she'd have a very stable, like an office girl, like a professional voice. That's the best way I can describe it. A very clear, professional voice. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you dummy. Alright. Natsuki. What's going on with her? Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. What is this dynamic here? Monica is clearly the leader. Yuri seems like the smart girl, the kind of calm, quiet reader, always in her head, spends time alone. But there's just something about her that draws people to her. Natsuki expresses herself in a very snappy way. She's a little bit fiery and mean, but we can tell that she's kind of sweet because she made cupcakes for everyone. And Sayori, obviously Sayori is like the girl next door, the neighbor, right? I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can't put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Popo, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Wait, history? Wait, I just noticed this. In the text bubble, these words laid out across. One says history, one says skip, auto, save load, and settings. So, what happens when I click? Oh, I can go back on dialogue. Cool. That's cool. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, return. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I can relate to that. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination? Whoa. I completely. I'm going to use the history bar that we just learned to use, we just discovered, and I'm going to see what she said. She said, "Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?" That is pretty cool, Sayori. I mean, ooh, that's not good. I mean, Yuri. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Okay. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes? Your poems? Everything you do is just cute as you are. Sayori Siddles? Sidles? Siddles. Sayori siddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. What is on her mind? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Everyone's not liking this idea. Yeah, Sayori is the only one who's down. Yeah, let's do it. The one in the friend group who says yes to everything. So you can rely on that one friend to say yes. Always. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Popo? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Awful girl stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Hmm, Popo. I think we disappointed them. No, but I get where they're coming from. How can I just show up to this club only to say I'm not joining? Shopping around? Oh, I'm just window shopping some clubs. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm just window shopping. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear handed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh my god. He's gone. We're gone. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sari wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. We're in the literature club, guys. Okay, everyone. Monica and her. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once. Popo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Uh-huh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? We'll have to find out. I already feel the anxiety swelling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Popo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, mine as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Perhaps. Alright, I just need to make the most of these circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I really hope so. At least he's only got his eye on getting one girl and not multiple, like an other someone we talked about on this channel. I haven't forgotten your misdeeds, sir. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. We're writing a poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think. Oh, it's a mini game. What a pleasant surprise. There's a mini game in the game. Okay, let's go for it. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, easy enough. I like pink. Oh, but I like sadness. Not I'm picking words. I don't like the words per se. Like, I don't like sadness. I feel it a lot, but I don't enjoy it. I don't think anyone enjoys feeling sad. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is I should be picking words. Pleasure. Charm. Empty. Is it gonna be Sayori? Universe. Imagination. Melancholy. I like sunny. Oh, whisper. I like whisper. Unrestrained. Let's go with adventure. We're not going with that. Romance. Secretive. Oh, mysterious. Vacation? Insight? Vivid. Headphones. Doki Doki! And one word: inferno, unstable, fantasy, philosophy, fantasy. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna see how the poem turns out. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha! Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Popo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection. Alright, so we need to talk about how Monica constantly embarrasses the girls. She's always calling them out, like... Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Popo always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. I've almost set my house on apartment. It was an apartment, but yeah. It's the clumsies. Bad case of the clumsies. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? How come? You and Popo can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh, they're putting... Yuri's being put on the spot! Sayori made it sound like a big deal when really it's not. What do I do? Oh, she looks so uncomfortable. She looks embarrassed. Like, that's an embarrassed girl, if anything. If somebody gives you a... Oh, if somebody gives you a... You know? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Oh, alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. As we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation. So far, this isn't very scary. So far, it's very just cutesy and tame. It's like a regular visual novel, just almost like a dating simulation. At least that's how it feels. It feels like a nice, cute little anime dating simulation. Um, the storyline with Sayori and Monica and Yuri and Natsuki all being in this literature club, I just think it's so clever. It's very simple but very clever because considering it's a visual novel also, it opens up like this opportunity for playing around with the characters. You can play around with the interactions and the interpersonal relationships between each and every single character, and there's so many different combinations there too. And then when they're all together as a group having a conversation, there's the dynamic is just so crazy because our character, the guy, the dude, he's kind of flirting with everyone and everyone's flirting with him so far. I don't know about Natsuki. She's a little hot tempered. We don't know where that is yet. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I think this is a really good place to stop, even though nothing scary has happened. You know what? I'm going to go on for a little bit longer and see what I can get. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Oh, what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak. We can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. The cupcakes work because the cupcakes earlier, Natsuki made cupcakes. Natsuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, they just put this on Natsuki before she even decided. Didn't even talk to Natsuki. They're just like, yeah, she'll be down. She will be. But I think it's funny that they've already decided that she's gonna do it. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. Wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Oh, that's so cute. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Me too. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can keep her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Aww, okay. I was a little hard on our main character. He's not so bad. That was a very nice thing to say about Sayori. What? Okay, what is this? What's with the change in aspect ratio? She's like way closer to the screen than she was before. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. Oh, well, that explains it. I nearly fall out of my chair. Ah, sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. I would like to join that club. Sign me up. I want to be in the napping club. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Uh-huh. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Uh, got her. Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up one time? It's a secret. No. Tell us. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. No. We caught you. I can't even do that. Look, Sari, it's written all over you. Huh? Sari glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get, right? I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What are we, her dad? We're so protective over Sayori. But she's so precious. Like, if Sayori was my neighbor, yeah, I'd want to hang out with her all the time. Yes, I'm going to join the literature club with you. I'm gonna read books all the freaking time, girl. Or Yuri. Sayori or Yuri. I'd spend all my time with them. Platonically. Or not. No. I'm not making any statements. Don't be assuming.
Like asking all them questions. Asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions? Making statements.
Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Ouch. Ouch. No, that one stung me too. I can't relate right now, but I have related before to that one. To the comment of why do you think you don't have a boyfriend? It's like what did I ever do to you, man? Anyway. That's super mean. Sorry, but you thank me later. Yeah, Sari gets it. That was super mean. And sorry, but you thank me. No! Actually, I'll never remember this statement fondly. It's not like I'd ever think to myself, oh yeah, I'm sure I'm glad that I had that person that one time tell me that this is the reason why I'll never get a boyfriend. No. No one's ever gonna be happy someone said that to them. Once you see how much better it looks, you change your mind. Whoa there, sir. She's just like, sorry, tie that shit up yourself. Okay, I don't care if it's cute. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Whoa! I feel like I should be skipping this. I can't! Anyway, why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? I don't even think I should read this. Where is this going? What am I getting myself into? Not what am I getting? What have I gotten myself into? Because it's too late now. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? Boy! Why is he so thirsty? But it's so stuffy. See, now I can't even identify with him because he's so thirsty. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? I guess. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then I wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you'd take care of me than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Uh-huh. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you come wake me up in the morning? That's so forward, Sayori. You gotta be subtle. You're doing it again, Sayori. It's a little embarrassing. Oh, but I was just joking that time. Still, girl. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Popo. Popo? I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I was gonna end the gameplay 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, but I might just go on so I can see the end of this. All right. I want to show Yuri. I'm very excited to see what Yuri has to say about our poem. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Alright, Yuri's judging our poem. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so is it that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Huh, Yuri. The peril to overthink, to overthink and be so conscious all the time about what you're saying or thinking or how you say it or when you say it. And then you obsess over it. Oh my god. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Yeah, it's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Yuri wrote a poem. Let's see what it says. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Aww. Ghost under the light. I like that. It's a nice poem, Yuri. I'm sorry, I just have such terrible. You stop. Terrible? No, 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 no. Handwriting was amazing. She has to be blind to not see how beautiful her own handwriting is. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Popo. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, the story was not about a ghost. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember the poets that often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. We're gonna be playing for another full hour if I keep going. Actually, I'm gonna stop right here. I've decided I'm gonna stop right here because I kind of have to go. Kind of have to go do other things. But this was so fun. This was so fun. I'm gonna film a part two. I'm gonna upload a part two following this one. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I will soon. And thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm looking forward to finishing this game as well, seeing some of the scarier parts. So far, there hasn't been any hints of anything spooky, scary, nothing too weird. The only thing that I saw that would warrant the rating is that one scene with Sayori. Yeah, that one, little spicy scene, little frisky scene with Sayori. Until next time, be safe out there. Goodbye.